It's a uni day for me today again. I am in control of things today. I went to bed at a sensible time. I had a really long lie-in. I set my alarm for 9 because I'm going in a little bit later today. I've got a late finish but a late start as well. So yes, I was able to get 9 hours sleep. I'm winning. I'm determined. I'm not going to get ill. I'm just like trying to keep on top of my sleep, trying to get little bits of rest when I can. So far so good. Oh, and I heard back about my dyslexia assessment. It should come today. It should come today. There's been a hold up. It's all good. It's all for perfectly good reasons. It just means that I haven't yet been able to contact the uni about getting support with it. And I can tell you what, that lecture the other day, and I was 4 times slower than everybody else. I tell you what, it was like a reading race. And I was the last one struggling over the line. You know, I didn't even make it to the finish line. You know, like in life, you don't normally sit down in a room full of, I don't know, 50, 60, 70 people and go, right, read this now, go. And then like everyone's all finishing around me. We had these 4 things to read. And you see, I've gone through my whole life. Well, I thought I might have been dyslexic, but I just didn't realise how slow I was compared to other people, because normally you're not in that situation when you're comparing your reading speed with everybody else. So there was I could just see them, they're just like going down the page, and I was still on the top line. I had a ruler under it so I wouldn't lose my place, and I was just rereading it and rereading it and rereading it, and it wasn't going in. And the more stressed I was getting and the more inadequate I felt, the worse I got, like the more I just couldn't take it in. And people had finished before I'd got halfway through the first of 4 things, and they were looking around for something else to do, bored, and I was just feeling so inadequate. Anyway, so yeah, roll on the dyslexia report coming through so I can finally get to grips with it. I was supposed to have a reader, like, I don't know quite what. I mean, reading software, but I don't know what you'd do in a situation like that when you get given a paper handout. But then if the lecturer had known in advance, you might well have taken that into account. Right, I'm making a coffee for my sippy cup. I do not like the oat milk from Home Bargains. Wait, there, I get it. I just remember with my feet up because I've got this in manual focus. It's my favourite lens, but it's a hard one to use. I've forgotten where I put my feet. I already know there, I think. This, I got it from Home Bargains. Makes coffee taste disgustorous. I'm not ever getting it again. I don't know. Try it and see what you think, but it's not to my taste. This milk is not my cup of tea. Oh, while I'm on the topic, right, I've got to keep an eye on the time because it goes soon, but I have done almost everything. There's been some confusion, I think, in the comment section about my diet. I am not vegan, so I am a pescatarian. I eat fish, I consume dairy, I have eggs, and I eat honey. Now, a vegan does not eat any animal-based food at all. They do not have cow's milk, they do not have goat's milk, they do not eat tuna steaks or salmon fillets, they do not have prawn sandwiches, okay? They don't have any fish, they don't have any dairy products. The milk that they have will be oat milk or almond milk or soy milk or other plant-based milk. I am not vegan. And I have never said that I was vegan other than when I gave it a go, and I called that series something like Giving Veganism a Go. It was something like 2021 or something like that. And unfortunately I didn't get on with it. I had high hopes that I would and I'd do so well. I think I'm missing a digestive enzyme. That's a whole other story and probably of no interest to anybody, but I think it accounts for why I just had a stomach ache and bloating the whole time and couldn't sleep and felt hungry the whole time. So it wasn't for me, but I gave it about 3 weeks and I've really tried my best. Because I do feel guilty about not being vegan, because I think ethically it's the best thing to do. It's my opinion. I'm not telling anybody else to go vegan. You do you, I'll do me. I'm not going vegan. So anyway, I'm a pescatarian. I eat fish and dairy and eggs and honey. Right, I can get off that topic now. And I'm not a liar, as somebody said, a barefaced liar, making a mockery of all my commenters, saying I'm a vegan when I'm clearly not. I'm just not. And when I point out that things are vegan, it's for the benefit of people who are vegan who might not have come across that product. It's for the benefit of people who have vegans in the family that they are shopping for. And it's for the benefit of people that might have vegan friends who might occasionally come round and they might just want to have a particular brand of something vegan safe in the freezer, like sausages, so that when they're doing their meat and 2 veg meals, they can do their veg and do a bit of vegan sausage on the side, so they know they've just got something safe to feed them. This is why I point out that things vegan. God, this has turned into a right long rant. I've got to get off camera and get going. I've made myself sandwiches out of one of these that I just quickly did in the air fryer, and I've got tinned salmon sandwich. I'm going to have that for breakfast on the train. Right, I've got to go, bye. I've been making some good progress on my editing. I'm going to take a little break now and eat some breakfast. Otherwise, I'm going to get to uni and just be hungry. That is very tempting. To that sky again. I haven't got wet yet. I have an umbrella. It was raining before I left. Do you know what else these practice rooms could do with, other than a clock on the wall? A coat hook. Or a bag hook, or just somewhere that you're not putting your coat on the floor. I see somebody's bust their clarinet reed down there. They don't have bins either. They don't have bins. I suppose the idea is you take all your rubbish with you. Oh, I also spy a bit of violin rosin there on the floor. What is my hair doing? Right, anyway, I've got half an hour until my lesson, so I'm going to spend that warming up now, scales, exercises, etc., and then use the loom, and then go to my lesson, which is an hour and a half. It's the longest flute lesson I've ever had. Oh, and by the way, that coffee is so disgustorous with that milk, because I drink a lot of different milks, don't I, because I quite often have non-dairy. It makes such a difference to the taste of the coffee. That coffee tastes bitter and vile, and I bet if it had added like Outpro or something, or goat's milk or cow's milk, it would have been much nicer. Okay, much time has passed. I've done a flute warm-up. I've done an hour and a half flute lesson. I've shoved the rest of my breakfast down my gob whilst walking to the next lecture. Done the next lecture, and now I'm going to treat myself to lunch in Costa. I thought it'd be a bit ambitious to hope that mac and cheese was here at this time of day. Wonder what I can have then. It's going to be a toasty and a coffee. Thank you very much to the Surrey Stitcher for the Buy Me a Coffee donation. Thank you so much. I have splurged on this decaf Americano with some soy milk, so I'm going to have that now. I always forget that the medium size in here is actually massive, so she asked for a small, but I tell you what, I'm going to enjoy that now. Having a toasty because I didn't have any mac and cheese. And randomly, I've got an app, the Costa app, and it said you can have this reward. So a free Diet Coke. So I said, well, that'll come in handy for later. So I shall pop that in the bag. I'm treating myself to an hour and a half lunch break because I'm worth it. So I've booked a practice room, but not for yet. So I'm going to do another hour of practice before the pop group thingy starts. Now, I've been working hard, so I feel like a nice long break would be just what the doctor ordered. I'm half tempted to pop over to Greg's and get a cake afterwards. That's what I did last week. Oh, that is good though. My dyslexia assessment report has come back today, finally. So, excuse me. I've got no internet in here though, so I can't read it. But it's long. It's pages and pages and pages. So, yeah, I'll be able to get in touch with student services and work out what to do from here now that I've got that. Much time later, I'm still sitting here. Toasty's long been eaten, little dribble of coffee left. I've been working my way through the dyslexia assessment. I'm on page 9, I think, out of about 29. It's so strange. It's like, it's kind of so relieving to see it written, see it in writing. But then reading through all my weaknesses and difficulties and low average this and below average that, I'm like, oh. So it's a bit emotionally like, bing, boing, bing, boing, bing, boing. What else was I going to tell you? I was going to tell you what I've been doing because I just didn't have time to pick the camera up until, you know, after I got out of my classes. So I did my warm-up, nothing to report there, you know, other than normal. Then I had my lesson. It was an hour and a half today, and I got to play with my teacher playing the piano. She was accompanying me on the piano, and we were stopping and starting and looking at sections, and most of it was about stylistic interpretation and kind of teaching me how that I can have some flexibility and put quite a bit of my own interpretation into a lot of these Baroque pieces and more modern pieces as well. As I thought things were a lot more set in stone than they actually are. So yeah, that was really good to know. I've got a lot to go away and work on over the next week. And we're given something else to practice as well. I'm just looking at somebody looking at me. One of the staff should have told me off. Well, I'm only filming into the corner. I can't see they're going to tell me off about that. And then we had a lecture, and it was the performance lecture. It was all about stage fright, i.e. fight or flight mode that you just go into on stage. Like, I mean, I don't in my Kayleys, really, but certain situations, if I'm not technically sure of the piece, that's why I get it. And it's like healing, actually. It was almost like a group therapy session, because there was lots of her asking us questions and us to sort of talk about our own experiences, and everybody in the room experiences stage fright, so I'm not alone. I've kind of felt quite alone with that really over the years, and apparently I'm just normal, so that's good. But yeah, there was a lot of very useful information came up on ways to deal with it, because it's a real thing, you know, you are physiologically affected by fight or flight response, and so there are various things that came up that you can do to help to combat this, from breathing exercises to eating a banana 45 minutes before you go on, just and little things. I'm having a power nap at a certain time before, don't have any caffeine in the whole of the day because it just adds to the jitters, and lots of different things like that. So it was really, really useful, so yeah, very good. And then I just came here and I'm going to carry on reading that report.
Yes, zero deposit with low monthly payments. Great Centre Wales.
They had custard slices. I'm going to have one for my afters. And I'm going to see exactly where I was last week, because I need to charge my phone. I've left my power bank at home and I've only got a charging lead like that with the USB on it. Too far. 09. I think it's not for a couple of minutes yet. No, that's not right. I've done an hour while practicing the orchestra stuff. I've been able to blow it up really big actually when it's just boggling my brains a bit. Got up to there anyway. So I'm going to pack up my things. I've got 20 minutes between now and starting the next thing. So I decided not to like try and push it for as long as possible and then run out the door, because I keep arriving flustered to places, you know, not quite in the right headspace and ready to start a new task. So I'm going to go and make myself a drink, because I've got some chai latte out of the cupboard and just put it in a little pot. So I've run out of all my sachets now, and it's still sugary, but it's tea now, but oh well, it's better than nothing in it. So I'm going to go and sort that out and then make my way to the pop ensemble thing. And I'm only doing like an hour and a half today, because we were doing the whole lot each, but we've split it up differently. Somebody might come because they might have booked this room. I should probably skid out and tell you about this again. Okay, it's the evening, and yes, I'm eating again. So I've done that, done the pop group thing. I'll tell you about that later. It's a bit more convenient, but I got a long journey ahead and I just wanted something hot and warm. So I've gone for some hash browns from Subway with some sauce. That's a garlic mayo one. I've never ever had these before. I'll have a little try. Yeah, that'll do nicely. And just put that on that to keep the heat in. And I've just got a cup of tea as well. Bags still in at the moment, waiting for it to get to the right strength. So I think I've found 5 minutes to speak to you. There's nobody here at the moment. So what we decided to do last week with the pop ensemble thing was, because it was quite a long stint and there ended up being 4 of us on tech team, there were too many of us sitting around with nothing to do. So one of the people in it, a girl, suggested that we do shifts. 2 people do the first half, 2 people do the second half. And I put my hand up for first half, obviously, because I got a late commute home. Otherwise I was literally getting home after 11 p.m, so I'm not now. So that's something I've reduced out of my week already. But yeah, it's student led. We're kind of figuring it out on the job, because the staff tech person is not shifted to be in, you know, he's out of his working hours. But he is going to give us some little coaching sessions in teaching hours on top of this without the ensemble there. And I have been looking at desk tutorials, as in mixing desk tutorials and asking questions of ChatGPT and Googling and things. So somehow or another, I think we're going to make some progress. I already feel like I've made some progress, and I haven't really had my hands on the desk so far. I help with setup, getting stuff out of the cupboard, so I know where that is now. I know what the procedure is for setting up, so it's all good. I forgot to film me getting on the train. I'm now on the train. It's quite quiet actually this time in the evening. I am not in uni tomorrow. It's my last uni day of the week today, so I get to have a lie-in the morning and get lots of stuff done that I haven't been getting done in the week because I haven't been home to do it. I somehow managed for my phone not to die, so this has been good even though I didn't have my power bank. I honestly seem to be doing more hours in uni as a part-time student, postgraduate, than my daughter was doing as a full-time student for just a normal degree in undergraduate. No, I can't remember what she had, but I have loads, like absolutely loads, especially when you add all the ensembles in. And also got practice on top of that as well, and all commuting. It's like full time. Honestly, I don't see any difference in my timetable than that of the full timers, except in the spring I'm going to do one module less this year. But apparently next year I'm still going to have as much, because I thought, well, maybe a lot of these modules are going to be repeated next year, so I won't do them. But apparently they're different every year, because I was chatting to somebody who's in year 2 of the postgrad that I'm doing. So, oh, blimey. This is my lovely view of a broken table thingy that won't stand up properly. Not good lighting. Still pretty abysmal. Oh, I just looked into the light. I can't see now. Oh, my hair. It needs a cut. Look how long my fringe is. With being ill those weeks leading up to uni, I didn't go and get it cut. I was going to dye it, and now I hate it when it goes like this. Anyway, maybe I'll sort that out tomorrow. Maybe. Now I'm feeling all better again. Yeah, maybe I should just tie it all up. There's no hope. There's no hope. We just got the curtains. Right then, thank you very much for watching today's video. Hopefully in the next video my hair will be looking more respectable. Do give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. It really helps the channel to grow. Click on the video that's appeared on the end screen to watch more from me right now, and feel free to subscribe. It's free. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.